The Keota Eagles are proudly brought to you by Henshaw Trailer Sales of Richland, Iowa, Smithburg Auto of Fairfield, Iowa, and the Packwood Locker. We have Coach Stout on the phone. Welcome to the program, Coach.
Hey, thanks for having me on again. I appreciate it.
Well, tell our listeners who you played and what the final score was in the first round.
All right, yeah, we opened up Monday night at Keota. We were playing Twin Cedars out of the Bluegrass Conference. We were able to get a 78-48 victory. Kind of took control of the game from the get-go. We were ahead 22-15 after the first quarter. Then we scored 19 points in the second, 23 in the third, and 14 in the fourth to end up pulling away by 30. And everybody got some good playing time, so that was very nice to see. And we had some pretty good individual efforts for the night.
Well, did Twin Cedars have any players of note?
Yeah, they had a point guard that was pretty good, a Porter kid, and he played well. He ended up getting 18 points against us, and we knew going in there he was going to be somebody we had to try and contain. And I thought he did a nice job, but I thought what we really did a nice job was containing all the other guys on their team. He was the only guy to get double figures against us. He took them a lot of their shots. I think he was looked like 9 for 20 on the night shooting. So I thought we did a pretty good job containing everybody else, and I thought we did a good job defensively. Our full court press that we could brought out that they weren't really ready for created a lot of turnovers. We ended up causing 20 turnovers for them, and we only had 9 turnovers for us. So I thought that was a big key of the game.
Well, what about your players? Can you kind of go over the statistics, the rebounders, and the
Sure.
scores and whatnots?
Yep. Chase Hafely led us with 35 points. He was 6 of 13 from the 3-point line. It was one of those games where in the second quarter he had a 13-0 run himself. Comes down, he had like 3 threes in a row, and he comes down and just takes another off balance long shot, and you get everybody in the crowd say, "Yeah, that was heat check time." And so he got one of his better games going for the year. Hopefully, we'll continue that. He ended up leading us also with 8 steals. Ended up with 5 assists. Just did a great job there. Other scores for us, Porter Cave had 11 points. Again, another good defensive game for him. Good shooting game for him. Jackson Vinito had 10 points. So we got 3 guys at double figures. Jackson also had 10 assists with 3 block shots, 9 rebounds. Aiden Galindo came in with 6 points. He had 13 rebounds, 3 block shots. Played a really good, smart game inside. Brendan McGuire, he had 6 points, made 3 baskets for us, couple assists, 3 rebounds, 4 steals. Just good stat lines. We did have our final freshman score, Dason Redlinger, who hadn't got a basket yet this year, was able to go 2 for 2 from the floor. So that was good to see for him as we were able to get we got all 10 of our guys in the game and playing time, and Dason got 2 layups out of the deal. So that was great to see. Our 6th man, Blake Baker, I cannot forget him because he's just a defensive phenomenon right now. He's playing just great. He had 6 points for us, had 4 rebounds, 3 assists, a couple steals here and there. But again, we always put him kind of on the best guard on the other team, and he guards Chase a lot in practice to get a lot of work on his defensive, what he needs to do, and he'll have a big challenge here coming up with the Hillcrest team. So overall, just a great team effort for us. I thought everybody contributed. Everybody did something when they came in the game, and that was a big key for us to be able to get a good win in the first round of the tournament.
All right, so you got, the first round of the tournament, it's hard for me to get too up for it, really. I mean, as far as...
I agree.
But the second round of the tournament, half the teams are already out, and it really gets good quick. There just isn't really any matchups that are just like, complete overlook kind of games. But you have a tough opponent, and I think they only lost 2 or 3 games all year long, but you're one of the teams that beat them. Hillcrest is a rather familiar opponent. I think last year we played them in the playoffs too. But, they're a really good team, and they got 3 really great players. The Bailey kid is terrific. Rowan Miller is terrific, and there's a new kid named Scott that seems like a great athlete. And they got some other pieces to go around him. But what was the secret to the success last time? I know you got them at home, and this game's on the road, I'm assuming.
Yeah, and then just like you said, this has become a good rivalry for us. We picked them up, playing them in the regular season. The first couple times we played them a couple years ago with our undefeated team, we were able to get them a couple times. But like you said, come tournament time last year, they beat us at their place. So we had a lot of revenge factor. All our guys basically were back playing that game. It was a Saturday afternoon game at our place, and kind of the key to the game was is we made a nice run at the end of the game. It was a close game. It was like a 4-point ball game with 4 or 5 minutes to play. We hit some big shots. We knocked out. I think Porter hit a three. Brennan hit a three. Chase Hafely hit a couple of shots. He had a scramble play that hit a shot from the volleyball line that was kind of a dagger for him, and we were able to get some stops down the stretch, and the game stretched out to about a 14-point game, but it was a lot closer than that all the way through. And we know it's going to be a tough one up there. You mentioned their 3 kids, and we've talked a lot about it, and I'll throw the other Miller kid in there. I think it's Lincoln Miller. Also, he's another good outside shooter for them. But they're definitely led by the Bailey kid. We'll have to do quite a bit of things on him to slow him down. And I thought last time we did, but one of the things that really helped us last time is he got in foul trouble, so that helped. The Scott kid got in foul trouble against us last time too. So you can't expect those kind of things to happen in a tournament game. So we will get ourselves prepared. We know what we want to do. We know what they're going to kind of want to do. Like you said, they're got a great program. They always have ever since I was in high school when they played as Iowa Mennonite. Now they switched to Hillcrest. They've just had a tremendous program for years and years. And I respect that a lot out of them. I know they've changed coaching staffs from Dwight Gingrich down to Bender now, but again, they don't really change much the way their kids play. They play really hard. They're fundamentally sound. They do the right things. I think we got a good team to go up there and compete with them and come out with a win. It's going to be tough on the road. We know that. We understand that. I think playing there last year is going to help us out a little bit as we were, we're familiar to it. We got all of our kids basically played last year, so they'll be prepared for it. And I think it's going to come down to who doesn't turn the ball over and who controls the rebounding. I think that'll be the 2 big keys to the game.
Most coaches, when I talk to me about Hillcrest, they always say one thing. They say they're the best at making you pay for your mistakes. When you make a mistake, they make you pay for it. But I do think you got a great opportunity here, and you're matching up pretty well with them. But if you do win this game, who would you play?
The other side, I believe, is Calamus Wheatland is playing Iowa Valley on the other side of our bracket. So Calamus Wheatland is the number 1 seed of our district here. So yeah, whoever wins our game will play the winner of that one on, I believe, next Tuesday night. So we'll see what happens. Like you said, you're down to 64 teams left in Class 1A. We go down there and look at the brackets right now. There's some awesome matchups around the whole state. There's some great matchups out of our conference. Guys playing each other. I know Sydney plays Montezuma, some things like that. So, in Iowa Valley, they've been playing really good basketball here lately. So it'll be interesting to see how their game goes with Calamus Wheatland. And we'll just continue to go. I know Linville Sully's still playing for us. So our conference has got a good showing right now. And we're hoping to be able to go into Hillcrest and take care of business on Thursday night and continue to keep playing.
Yeah, whatever the district started out with that you're in or bracket, only half the teams are left, and you'll cut that in half, and then 2 games from now there'll be 2 teams left total. And a shot at the state title, and basically, you'll be one of 8 teams, or I don't know how many. I think probably about 8 teams that would be left in the sub-state final. Well, thanks so much for being with us today. Is there anything you want to talk about you didn't get a chance to talk about?
Nope, that sounds good. I appreciate you having me on again.
Well, good luck Thursday night.
All right, thanks a lot.